Hi everybody, welcome to Dancingluna Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm not really asking in any general direction about love or finance, but I'm just going to take whatever the cards give us. And so we're just going to ask right now what's going on for you, what's going on around you. This is for Sagittarius. Going on for Sagittarius. You're going through some kind of transformation, Sag. You've got death at the bottom of the deck, but let's see what's going on for my Sagittarius people. Gonna get a few more cards so we can get a full picture here. What's going on for Sagittarius? I was just going to ask, what are you manifesting, Sag? What are you trying to manifest, and what comes out? Wish fulfillment. This is interesting. This is beautiful. Let's see. A lot of times Sag has like challenging aspects coming out in the reading, so this is nice to see. So first of all, you've got the Magician. You might be in your manifesting mode. You definitely have all the tools that you need at your disposal to navigate towards what you want. You might just be feeling a lot of passion right now with this Knight of Wands. This guy is on like a moving horse. This horse is galloping. It's moving. It is on the move, and he's got passion in his hands. And what's he riding towards? The sun. The sun is like victory, warmth, joy. That's really beautiful. But as you're sort of, so you might be manifesting like moving towards your joy and your victory. You know, you might be kind of looking at what that looks like for you. But you may be feeling a little bit guarded, a little bit bordered up. Why are you feeling guarded? What are you feeling guarded about? So, you know, Nine of Wands is kind of like, it's like a person who's bordered up. They've got their boundaries up, but they have like a little room to let something in, right? But it's not easy for someone to get through this border. Like, this guy's head is bandaged up. He's been through some stuff. He's tired, and he's worked really hard to build this wall, to not let things in that can harm him. So this is definitely like a card to me of feeling guarded. Yeah, you're guarded about love, Sag. It's like you've got your guard up with love. You might be like a little hesitant to be letting love in because you've been through some stuff. Like, this guy has been through a journey. This has not been an easy one, right? So it's like you may have felt a real need to build up your borders, right? And build up your borders and not just easily let love in. So, you know, it's like, but you've got like a little willingness to let it in. I feel like you might be working on like, when it comes to manifesting, like you might be trying to kind of navigate towards, something that is more successful than what you've experienced in the past, like whatever gave you these bandages on your head, right? And this is divine union, so it might be that like you only have room to let in what feels like a really divine, harmonious union. So it's almost like you're a little bit open. You don't have like a lot of openness to it, that it's got to be right. Whatever it is that's coming in, it's got to be like just right. I feel like if it's not just right, you're not letting it in. So, you know, that's it's not a bad place to be. Chariot card. Why is Chariot card here? This is a Cancer card, so I don't know, Sag, if you might have a Cancer in your arena. It doesn't have to be, not necessarily. Okay, so it's almost like you're trying to decide if you want to move towards something. And it might be because of this guarded mode that you're trying to decide. This is like trying to balance, trying to juggle the idea of whether you want to, it's like you've almost like under the surface, you might have a desire to like move into something, like when it may be about love or union or whatever, or an idea of love. But that you're really kind of juggling and trying to figure out like if this is something you want to do or not. But under the surface, it's like the desire is there to move, charge towards love. I feel like on some level internally, you're trying to manifest this, this in, even though you're so guarded against it, which is interesting. There's a little duality going on there. I feel like you're hard at work mastering something, but I feel like this has to do with your internal stuff. It's like you're trying to get mastery over your internal stuff so that you can experience wish fulfillment, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Why is this Eight of Pentacles here? Like, this guy is working so hard at crafting these pentacles. Whoa, way too many cards. But I feel like this is almost like self-work is how this is coming across. But let's see, Sag. Why is this Eight of Pentacles here for Sag? Are you working on your tendencies to be impulsive? Has impulsivity, yeah, okay. Have you maybe had a history of making impulsive decisions? So you're trying to master that. You're trying to possibly like get mastery over making impulsive decisions. The way this is reading out is like mastery over impulsive decisions that have maybe led you to get banged up a little bit in the past. Because the idea at the end of it is like wish fulfillment. That's what everybody wants, wish fulfillment, right? But it's possible that you have a knowing that you need to get mastery over making impulsive decisions, because it's possible that behaving in impulsive ways in the past has just gotten you like into trouble. Maybe like moving too fast with things, like taking a leap too fast hasn't maybe worked out very well for you in the past. So you're trying to sort of rein that in and get some control and mastery over acting in this impulsive way, because you really want to experience wish fulfillment. Hopefully this is making sense. Listen, this will not resonate with every Sagittarius out there. This is a general reading, so if this is not your story, that is okay. It's not your story, it's not your story. But we're going to look at what's coming up in the near future for Sag. What's coming up in the near future for my Sag people? The Two of Cups is just glaring out of the bottom of the deck. Just gonna go one more time so we can get a clean read on future. Okay, what's coming around the bend in the near future for my Sag people? Okay, all right. Like if you're trying to manifest your victory and your warmth and your joy, there it is. But let's see what else comes out. Okay, I'm just gonna get a few more cards. Why is Two of Swords here? What are you stuck about? Okay, why is Hierophant here? So, you know, it's like I think in the near future, you may be opening up and well, it's funny, like the Sun card came out to clarify the the Nine of Wands before, but let's see, why is Hierophant here? I have questions about this read. Why is Hierophant here? Okay, yeah. You know, it's like, so in the near future, it's like you're still sort of dealing with this energy of like learning how to let the warmth in, letting your guard down and letting the warmth in, right? So, and then Hierophant is here. So this is like, I feel like you're in a process of learning about your pain. This is like higher learning though. Hierophant speaks to higher learning on a more like spiritual level. Yeah. I think that you are learning about yourself, getting in tune with sort of your pain, like taking a deeper dive into the things that have hurt you in the past, right? Because it's almost like you have a desire to feel this like warmth, and you have a desire to like put your guard down, but before you can do that, you kind of have to take this deep dive and kind of look into those painful places where things have hurt you in the past. Let's see. Why is King of Wands here? Yeah, so it's sort of like where when you start, it's almost like Sag, when you start to feel the passion, you kind of shut down and you get stuck. So you might be still kind of navigating this in the near future where, you know, you start to feel passionate. You start to feel like you want to let this sunshine in through your borders. And then you kind of like, you start to feel it and then you shut down again. You know, you go back into hermit mode, and that is okay. Like sometimes it takes what it takes. It takes what it takes to take that time and go within and deal with your past pains and things like that, right? So this is still an energy of being being indecisive, like not knowing which way to go when it comes to like what you want. But you have a Wheel of Fortune here, so which means that, you know, that this could be transitioning. This could be changing for the better, but then that's clarified by the Seven of Swords, which is kind of confusing. So it's like, you know, so it's almost like you've got this like duality. It's almost like you go back and forth and back and forth, and this is also carrying out into the future, where you go back and forth between not being able to make a decision and then thinking you're making a decision, and that's changing, and then you sort of shut back down, and then there's this desire to love again. So there's like a lot of duality. I feel like there is a tendency, and probably until you go in and touch those old wounds and heal those old wounds, you'll have that duality between like wanting to get your feet in the water and experience love, and then wanting to run away from it. You know, feeling the change happening, being open to it, and then sort of being at a stalemate again, right? But ultimately, like, I feel like what's in your wishes and your hopes and your desires is the Sun, and is a Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is like a feeling of home, a feeling of wholeness, a feeling of completion. This is abundant, you know. Ten of Pentacles is sort of like a feeling of stability all the way around, but this is not a person who's alone. This is like a couple on here, and there's dogs, and there's like an elder, and there's a child, and so this is sort of like a sense of family, a sense of home. So I think that you've got like a real desire to go to this place and let the sun in and let it through your borders. But this being right in the middle, this Hierophant and this Ten of Swords, it's kind of like until you take a deep dive in and really look at these wounds where you've been hurt in the past, like allow yourself to go in and touch that and sort of grieve the pain and grieve the loss and process it and let it go. I think until you do that, you may have a tendency to keep flip-flopping in and out of like wanting to dive into something and then sort of shutting down, feeling a little passion, getting afraid and shutting down again. Not being able to make a decision, not being able to choose, do I want to go into this like loving harmonious union, or do I just want to like sneak away from it without being noticed? Yeah. So I would say the whole overall advice is to get in touch with what hurt you. Whatever hurt you from the past, it's time to dive in on a deeper level and get a deeper sense of knowing. Get in touch with whatever this is. You cannot get over pain by just bypassing it and kind of shoving it in the past and not really dealing with it. And I think that's this is all here to say. Like the path to the sun and the path to this 10 of Pentacles is through this pain. You're not going to be able to jump over it, go, you know what I mean, or walk around it. Some things you can only resolve by going through it. So I think that is key here for you to go ahead and deal with the things. Go ahead and really deal with the things. I know it's scary sometimes to touch pain when we've like shut it down or repressed it. But I think that if you can kind of take a dive in and process and really look at this sort of deeper sense of pain that's sort of underlying, that you probably then will have some success with letting down your guard a little bit and letting the sun in and letting this 10 of Pentacles in and being able to take this blindfold off and choose which sword you want to choose and allow this wheel of fortune to turn in your favor and into this 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, Sag, so that's your reading. Hopefully this resonated with you. Again, it will not resonate with every Sag. Can't possibly, read for every Sag out there. But if it did resonate, then feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow the channel. And if it didn't, you could watch your sun, moon, and rising. You might find more to your story and your other placements. But thank you so much for coming out and receiving this reading today. All right, Sag, take care.